You're driving all alone down a pitch-black, two-lane country highway. Nothing but pine trees and white lines. The radio is just low, humming static. Your mind is completely miles away, just coasting along with the road. Then out of nowhere, an oncoming truck passes by. It flashes its bright high beams right into your eyes. Total blinding white glare. But when the light clears, you aren't looking at the asphalt anymore, honey. You're looking straight at their face. Your foot hits the brake pedal hard. Pure sudden panic. Time stops. It just completely hijacked your mind again. Maybe it's been weeks, maybe long, grueling years. You've tried absolutely everything to numb it. Staying busy, working till your fingers are bone dry. Dating new folks, telling your own mind you're done with it. And for a little spell, it actually works. You breathe easier. You reckon that chapter is nailed shut. The old book is safely put away on the shelf. Then boom, one flash of light, and your entire defensive fortress completely crumbles down into the dirt. You keep asking your own soul, why this person? What is it about them that refuses to let go? Welcome back to another episode of The Inner Path for You. Pull up a chair, sit a spell, and let's leave that modern noise behind. This is a quiet front porch for the folks brave enough to stop running and look directly inward. We're fixing to weave hard psychology with deep soul wisdom to solve this modern ache. Go ahead and subscribe. See, the modern human brain is a massive filtering machine. It flushes out 90% of your day. The lukewarm coffee you ordered, the small talk at the grocery store, the casual drive into town. Your mind takes all that ordinary daily mess and just throws it right out into the scrap heap. But high-intensity emotional wreckage, radical pleasure mixed up with agonizing pain, the brain doesn't file that away. It encodes it, deeply, powerfully. Just like a branding iron hitting leather on a hot July afternoon. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik Effect. The human mind absolutely, completely hates an uncompleted task. Think about an old movie. You turn it off right when the mystery is fixing to get solved. It drives you absolutely batty. You can't sleep. You keep mulling it over for days on end. Why? Because your brain hates open loops. It returns to the scene of the crime automatically. It's frantically begging for a final curtain call. It wants to see how the story ends. The person you can't forget? They are a massive, jagged, wide-open loop sitting in your subconscious mind. There was no clean goodbye, no honest talk on the porch, no real reason given for the departure. The whole thing just got cut off right when the fire was fixing to really burn bright. Your mind keeps traveling back yonder, not because you're weak, bless your heart, but because you're human. Your brain is trying to fix the broken machinery. But the unfinished story isn't actually about them. It is entirely about what they woke up inside your own chest. That's the real psychological hook. Think about all the folks who've drifted through your life like summer dust. Nice people, kind smiles. They didn't leave a single scratch on your soul. You remember them like a faint evening breeze. But this specific individual carved a whole canyon right through your entire life because of the mirror they held. They made you feel seen in a way that felt almost too intense to fully stand. They unlocked a hidden room inside you, a version of yourself that was 10 feet tall. Here is the psychological truth that will flip your perspective upside down. We don't fall for people. What we actually fall head over heels for is the self that appears when we are standing in their light. Look at that contrast. The everyday gray you versus the brilliant electric you when they were around. So when they pack up and vanish, you aren't just weeping over a missing human being. Lord have mercy, no. You are mourning a dead version of your own sweet self. You are grieving the feeling of being whole. The ordinary mornings feel flat as a skillet without it. Now we have to roll up our sleeves and look at the ugly stuff, the modern dating mess. It's called a trauma bond. And it runs on one single wicked dynamic: unpredictable inconsistency. It's the ultimate contrast. Hot summers followed instantly by freezing silence. Closeness today, ghosting tomorrow. They pour out sweet molasses one minute, then hand you a cup of vinegar the next. That kind of erratic behavior doesn't break a connection. It locks it down like an iron vise. Think about a basic soda vending machine. You drop your dollar, you get your sweet tea. Every time, it's reliable. But it sure as heck don't make your heart skip a beat. It's totally boring. Now walk into a neon casino and look at a slot machine. Total blinding unpredictability. You pull that heavy iron lever, nothing. You pull it again, nothing but empty noise. Then boom, jackpot. That random irregular reward creates an absolute monster of an obsession inside your head. Your brain didn't look at that inconsistent person and think, well, they sure are a messy handful. No, sir. Your brain filed them under. This is the grand prize I am required to win. You keep pulling the lever, hoping this time they'll stay warm, hoping this time you'll be enough. You want the validation of finally being fully chosen by someone who acts like you don't matter. This is where the path gets real narrow. We're walking down into the old family cellar now. There's a reason certain folks can walk right past your dogs, open your door, and walk inside. It feels like old school magic, like something written in the stars before the world was even made. But it ain't magic, honey. It's just the old blueprint your family drew for you. The very first people who were tasked with loving you laid down the foundation of your house. If that early love felt chaotic, distant, or conditional, your nervous system memorized that brand of strain. It labeled it as home. Look at the absolute tragedy of it. Safety feels totally uninteresting. But chaos feels familiar. So when an unavailable person crosses your path, your body recognizes the smoke. Your nervous system locks in and says, ah yes, this is how love is supposed to hurt. You mistake the ancient, familiar ache in your bones for a deep, spiritual soulmate connection. But they aren't your destiny. They're just a carbon copy of the creaky floorboards you grew up on. You are trying to heal your oldest childhood rejections by winning a fight with a modern stranger. That dog won't hunt. It just leaves you completely stranded, running on empty in the dark. This is exactly where the inner path leads us out of the modern psychological trap. There is a severe mercy in this universe. An old Stoic philosopher named Epictetus used to tell folks people are not disturbed by things, but by the principles and notions which they form concerning things. Think about that for a spell. It ain't that person's absence that's tearing you apart. It's the story you tell yourself. Comfortable relationships keep you safe, warm, and utterly unchanged. You can sit in them for 40 years, but these disruptive, haunting connections, they arrive like a brutal mirror you never asked for. That person didn't come into your life to be your happily ever after. Bless their absolute hearts. They came to be the dynamite that blows the rock apart so your soul can finally wake up. Your mind will keep getting dragged back to their memory until you finally extract the soul lesson. The second you stop asking, "Why did they leave?" and start asking, "What am I learning?" the game changes. You instantly step out of the graveyard of the past. You shift from being haunted to being guided. You realize you've been abandoning your own soul just to keep a cold person from walking out. You are replaying the tape at 3 a.m, trying to rewrite an ending you didn't choose. But another wise old ancient named Heraclitus pointed out a brutal truth about trying to go backward. He said, "You could not step twice into the same river, for other waters are continually flowing in." That moment you're chasing? It's already gone way on down the creek, honey. The river has moved, and so have you. Timing is its own deep wisdom. Some doors are slammed shut by grace alone to protect your future path. If they had stayed around, they would have completely choked out the person you are fixin' to become. They pointed, however painfully, toward the places in you that are still growing, still healing, still becoming. Honor that connection for what it was, without needing it to be more than it could give. Let's bring this whole wagon down the mountain. The fact that you can't forget them isn't a failure. It just means you have a soul that runs deeper than a bottomless creek bed. You can feel, but that brilliant, beautiful light you felt when you were with them, it didn't belong to them. They didn't throw your magic in the back of their truck when they drove away from your house. That fire was yours. It was always yours. It belongs right inside your own ribs, honey. Stop using their ghost as a dark museum for the last time you felt alive in this world. Let the empty boats drift on down the muddy river. You don't need to steer them no more. Gently, bravely, turn your face to the front. You aren't broken. You're just in the making. This ain't the tragic end of your book. This is the exact moment your real story starts. If this little porch talk cleared up the mud in your heart today, hit that like button. Subscribe to the Inner Path for you right now so we can keep walking this ground together every week. Drop a line in the comments and tell me what your mirror taught you today. Don't look back. Protect your peace. Keep your feet on the path, and remember, your soul never has to walk it alone.